security and safety check are complete. Can you start boarding now? Thanks.
Okay, I'm back from the walk around. Everything looks good.
Alright, so there's just kind of a peek. Again, I've been setting up the route, making sure everything looks good in Navigraph and SimBrief. I do need to load some fuel on here. As you can see, both of the airports are reporting pretty good conditions. There is some turbulence around both that we'll have to worry about, and as you could also see, there's some storms building up around, so we're gonna have to be careful on that stuff. But let's go ahead. We're gonna let's see here, load some fuel, and we need a block fuel of just over 7,108 kilograms. So what is that about? Let's just do the calculation here. Convert to pounds. What are we looking at here? About 16,000? Yeah, 15,652. So we'll just round that up. 15,700. SimBrief is telling us that we're going to have a full load of passengers today. It's kind of interesting because it'll actually load more passengers on than we have seats for. Let's just double check here. Yeah, 147 passengers. So let's so we can take 162. So we'll say, what do we say, 147? So we'll say 140 of them will be in coach today, and 7 lucky dogs up in first class. All right, that looks good. Let's head back to the information for our route. And again, just kind of looking here as we think about departure. I think what we're going to do, let's see where we're at on the airport. Yeah, we're down here, so probably what makes sense for us is 8 right. I think that's what we'll plan for. Again, no ATC just yet, so we're going to depart on the Headley 2, runway 8 right. We're going to go to Stymie after that. Headley 2, Headley transition, then to Stymie. Then we're going to pick up the Quebec 77. Then we're going to be to Sharks. Then we are going to go to Larry. And then we need to, let's see, Lars. And pick up our Jedi 2 information here. What does... Sometimes you can go to something like FlightAware and you can see which direction they're landing. Let's see, let's plug in browse by airport, Atlanta. I don't know why I'm not showing you this. Plugging Atlanta in here, and let's just take a look at the flow. Yeah, so they're landing just like we thought. They're landing west. So we'll plan Headley 2. What do we say? No, sorry, Jedi 2. Alright, hold on. Alright, arrival. Jedi 2. And we'll be looking at, let's see, north or south side of the airport for us today? That's a great question. I'm guessing we'll be south side since we're approaching from the south. Hey, Miami Center just popped up. Awesome. So we're just gonna tentatively plan a Jedi into runway 27 with the Lars transition, and we're just gonna say we'll expect the ILS for 27 left. And again, we don't know this is going to happen, but we're just going to kind of get ahead of it itself, and we're going to do the ROM intersection. Okay. Let's have a quick peek at that here, just to make sure it makes good sense. So here we are departing east from Miami. We're going to turn and head north. Fairly north all the way, then we start to come in on the arrival. Yep, intersecting at ROM and then into the 27 left. Alright, that looks good. Okay, so flight plan is in. We're going to need to go though to ATC and get our clearance so that we can run our pre-flight checklist here real quick. So let's enter that frequency 3517. And let's go talk to center.
Here's the load sheet for you.
Okay, thanks. Miami Center, good afternoon. American 1319. With the weather, we'd like to pick up our IFR clearance to Atlanta.
American 13, Miami Center, squawk 4517.
4517.
American 1315, negative. Two aircraft on frequency with similar call sign. 1313 and 1315.
Oh gosh.
American 1313, squawk 4517.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pay attention, guys. It's not my strong suit.
Okay, squawk 4517, American 1313. That's affirmative. The 1313, 1313.
Now that gives us a second here to just take a closer look at our departure.
American 1319, American 1319er. Clear to Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International Airport via the early 2 departure, then is filed. Maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 360, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 135.17. Squawk 4637.
Okay, American 1319, clear to Atlanta, Headley 2 departure, Headley transition. We will maintain 5,000, expect 360 and 10. Departure frequency with you, squawk 4637, and we'll try to pay a little closer attention, 1319.
American 1319er, read that correct. Push and start at pilot discretion. Advise ready to taxi. Expect departure runway 8 right.
8 right, we'll call you for taxi, 1319er.
American 1313, radar contact 35 miles south east of the St. Petersburg VOR.
I hope they're not all going to Atlanta, because that could be confusing. Alright.
Okay, the team went upstairs.
So we're getting some information in here, and let's see, Headley 2, we got to pull that departure up. Let's trying to find that right here. Is departure Headley 2. Let's overlay that. Let's just read what it says. Climb heading 09 or 2. Then a left turn directly to Sonoy. Alright. So that'll be our departure heading. 5,000 is our initial altitude. Okay, I think we are ready for this. Pre-flight checklist, please. Pre-flight checklist, please.
Pack isolated. Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches. Normal, auto. Window heat, on. Pressurization mode selector, auto. Flight instruments.
Heading 213, altimeter 3008.
Heading 213. Altimeter 3008. Parking brake.
Set.
313 now departing by airspace.
Cut off.
Radar service terminator frequency change approved. Okay, going to Unicom for American 13. Appreciate coming on.
All right.
Sir, have a great.
So we're a little bit behind here. We've got the load sheet already, and start the APU.
Starting APU.
I have a couple more things I need to do though down here as well. So let's go to the init ref. Index is 44. We're going to take what did we say? 2 tons of reserve. We are flight level 360. Winds at 360 currently are about 2902 and 13. Alright. We will be doing a derated takeoff. Flaps 5 takeoff. Set the trim 509. Pretty close. V1 141, VR 142, V2 147. Get that information in the right spot. Okay, all that stuff is entered. We are ready to go flying. Go ahead and leave it on this page because we're going to need that information here slightly, or in just a little bit I should say. How are we doing? Okay, that guy is ready to go. APU is rolling. And let's see. Don't quite have boarding completed yet. And then we'll run the before start procedure as soon as the flight attendant lets us know that boarding is completed and we're ready to go.
Hi, the passengers are seated.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
I can't sometimes remember what to say here. Before start procedure.
Check.
Okay, we're going to call. Go back to my notes here. He said to expect. Okay, there goes the. Well, if we had the jetway connected, it would be heading out right now. Let's see, do we have doors closed? I am going to need to make sure that the cargo doors are closed. Sort of hard to see right there. Let's just make sure that they are. Alright, those are all closed. And cargo door is closed, closed, closed. I've left those open in the past. That's not a good thing. Okay, we're getting close to being ready here, folks. Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door closed and locked. MCP.
V2 147. Heading 147. Altitude. Oh, that's the wrong. Before start check.
Speeds.
Yeah, I screwed that up. V1 141. V2 142. I screwed that up. V1 141. VR
CDU pre-flight.
completed.
Rudder and aileron trim.
Free and 0.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed, even though we really didn't do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anti-collision light on. Before start checklist complete.
Okay, well, thank you for being nice to me there, Mr. First Officer. So we need to go, we're going to go tail left. So we need to call our taxi pushback tug. Tail left, nose right. And we're going to start engines after pushback. So here comes the tug, and we're just about ready to go. We don't need to contact ATC until we're ready for taxi. So we will let this guy do his thing, and
Hello,
Captain. We are ready for pushback.
American 269, I'm a center, number 2 request, stand by.
Alright, what's going on? Had this problem before with the parking brake. Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't want to. Well, okay, what's going on here? Parking brake was on, and now it's going to come off.
2069, clear to, American 2069, is that you call clearance to New Orleans? Affirmative.
Interesting. All right, let's abort
American
that.
2069, Miami Center, clear to Louis Armstrong International Airport via the wind code 2, departed the business file, maintain 5,000.
Just go away. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that again here.
Departure frequency 135.17.
Pushback.
5, 6, 7.
We want the nose right, tail left. We're not going to start. We're going to just see what happens here. Maybe it had something to do with me being on the outside camera view here. I don't know. Let's find out.
2069, re-evacuate. Jan started. Pilot discretion advised, ready to taxi. Departure runway 8 right.
Hello, Captain.
868 right, we'll give you a call, American 2069.
Well, it's not gonna let me use GSX here for some reason. Alright. We'll just shift P and just do it the old-fashioned way. That's a bummer. Wonder what's going on there. Well, so be it. Sometimes it takes a little more practice than you think, but we're good there. Let me see if we can get this. Start sequence is 2, then 1. Start sequence is 2, then 1.
Check.
Start number 2 engine.
Starting 2. We have insufficient air pressure for the start.
Well, I wonder what we've done. Engine start procedure. Engine start procedure. I wonder what we've done here that we haven't got. Yeah, we haven't got any of that stuff turned on yet, have we? Interesting. Before start procedure.
Check.
So I wonder if because of my stumbling around with the wording, I wonder if I somehow messed up his flow here, because usually he sets everything for engine start. Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door closed and locked.
Control Doctor American 810, register.
V2147 V heading 092 altitude 5000
Center American
Takeoff speeds.
810,
V1141 VR142 V2147
American
CDU pre-flight.
810.
Completed.
We just pushed back from the spin.
free and
We're
zero
ready for taxi.
Taxi
Runway
and
12 on November.
completed.
Are you sure?
American
Anti-collision light.
810.
Before start checklist.
Cleared to Lee Armstrong International Airport. Field of wind code 2 departures in this file. Maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 32010 enter departure frequency 135.17. Squawk 4732.
One issue I see is this.
New Orleans, wing to
Don't
departure.
need those anymore.
English line is 5,000. Expect 320 attempt after departure, and struct code is 4732.
Engine start procedure.
810.
American 810.
Engine start
Read that
procedure.
correct. Runway 12 taxi via November. Altimeter 308.
We should be turning those off.
Taxi runway 12 via November.
Pressure coming up.
309.
American 810.
No, those should be
squawk
off.
control.
Those should be off. Yeah, why was our... Now this is interesting. There we go. Start sequence is 2, then 1.
Check.
Start number 2.
Starting 2.
Yeah, you just hadn't got the isolation valve open there, which killed our engine pressure, or our air pressure, so we weren't able to get this guy spun up. That's okay. So the gremlins are out. We're sticking with it though. We're going to have some fun. There's 25. You need to set the brakes so we don't go spinning back into the terminal here. I am bummed about pushback not working. That's the main reason I got GSX. Was I was tired of just pushing back randomly and hoping everything worked, kind of like we just had to, but wasn't meant to be. We'll still see if we can get parking service in Atlanta. That's kind of fun also.
Starter cutout.
Turn number 1.
Turning 1.
We now request your full attention as the flight attendants demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft.
Mute the headset just in case I
You must fasten your seatbelt.
say something I shouldn't here. We've already had enough issues getting the plane started.
Upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight as we may experience turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft, 2 forward, 2 aft, and 2 over each wing. Please take a moment to locate the exit nearest you. In some cases, the exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor level lighting will guide you toward the exit. Doors can be opened by moving the handle in the direction of the arrow. Each door is equipped with an inflatable.
Alright, that looks and sounds much better.
Oxygen and air pressures are always being monitored. In the event
Okay. Yaw damper's on, all that stuff is on. We can turn off the GPU. Yep, whoops, I did that for him. Sorry about that, buddy. Okay, those are all, just double checking. Those are all looking appropriate. Center American 1319er is ready for taxi.
1319er, runway 8 right, taxi via November, altimeter 3008.
November and 3008. 1319er. Let's see, just double check, make sure that's what I've got here. 3008.
1319er, squawk Charlie.
Alright, Squawk and Charlie. Just about to do that. Before taxi, checklist. No. Flaps 5. Flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
Flight controls check.
Ready.
Flying Center American
Full right.
2397.
Center.
3036L.
Full left. Center.
Check.
Full back.
397, 5%, squawk.
Full forward.
4573.
Center.
Check.
Full right. Center.
4573 in the box.
Full
for
left.
American
Center.
2397.
Flight control check complete.
Make it 2397, radar contact 56 miles north of the Orlando VOR. Cross depot, gonna add and maintain 13,000.
Before taxi checklist.
0 knots, flying altimeter 3008.
Generators on. Heat on. Anti-ice off. Isolation valve auto. Engine start switches. Continuous. Recall
Checked.
checked. Auto brake. RTO. Engine start levers.
You give us the
Idle
crossing
descent.
restriction again for American
Checked.
2397.
Ground equipment
Clear.
clear. Before taxi checklist complete.
Clear left.
Clear right.
Okay, so
Miami,
November
American 2397.
down to 8 right. It is. Oh man, I wasn't very clear right there, dude. Wonder if it would pick up if we had actually traffic right there.
Make it 2397, cross depot, add and maintain 13,280 knots, flying the altimeter 3008.
Bogota at maintain 13,280 knots per American 2397.
Yep, there's our weather. Kind of right where we're trying to head, so expecting a little bit of a bumpy departure, but we should be able to climb up and over it here without too much trouble. Can feel the wind is pushing us around here a little bit on the taxi.
Roger.
I need to remember to mute that. There's an American. Hopefully you'll hold tight for me there, brother. Cool. Is that a Mad Dog?
Miami Center, November 716 November. Nothing to
Okay.
about 3,000 feet and about 4 miles to the south of Naples. Requesting flight forward.
Having a hard time holding the center line here, guys. Sorry about that.
November 7116 November. Yes, sir. You should. That's a Class Delta airport. It's a towered airport, so you should call for departure class before you depart there. Let me get you a transponder code. Not no. November 7116 November. The airport that you departed from, Naples Airport, is a towered airport. Therefore, you should not just depart from that if ATC is online. You should get a clearance, a departure clearance, the VFR departure clearance. Okay, squawk 4516. 4516. Squawk 30. Sorry about that. I didn't see that on the tower. I'm in right now. Well, the way it works is with center controllers online, all of the powered airports in the whole ARTCC are being controlled by the center controller. Okay, thank you. We can see that. American 2069 with the West British taxi, right? American 2069, runway 8 right, taxi via November, altimeter 3008. November 3008, right, American 2069.
A little bit of a line here, heading from Miami up.
Sir, good evening, Delta 1922 with you at Foxtrot 11 at Miami. Requesting Frontier is to you in that.
There's another guy joining the conga line.
922 by sir, you're clear to the Center American 810 for the ready runway 12. Everyone in Miami, stand by just a moment.
Oh my goodness gracious. That guy's just coming, I guess. Holy cow. Wow. Okay, big boy. You're bigger than me, so I will just let you jump in front.
You're squawking ode C, ode Charlie.
Man, oh man, that could have been bad.
Okay, heading 6 November. November 716 November, so I'll send you a text message with your squawk code in it. You're still not squawking the proper code. Yeah, sir, American 810 has one with the bottom, sorry. Now we can speak. American 810, RNAV to Sabra. Wind 110, 12, runway 12, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff, American 810.
Alright, we're going to overlay the departure here quickly onto our Navgraph map. And
November 7116 November.
we'll be ready to rock and roll here once the traffic gets going.
Remain this frequency for traffic advisories and Maintain appropriate VFR altitudes.
Looks like our American is heading up there. Is that an American? What is that? Interesting looking livery. Kind of an old school American livery. Here's what we've got going right now on the Vatastic map. Just so you can see, pretty good coverage here in the eastern and especially the southeastern part of the country. We'd love to see Jacksonville pop online here before we get a little farther north. Atlanta right now still fairly calm. 22 arrivals, 18 departures. Very doable for those guys. All right, we're moving. Nobody coming this direction. Oh, he took off runway 12. Interesting. It's like an Eastern livery.
Hi, Center.
What the heck?
Heavy with you on approach.
Alright, I have no idea what that guy just did.
Limo 6 Heavy, Miami Center, squawk 4637.
We're going to go up here to 8 right. That's where we've been cleared to depart. That's where we're going to go.
1106, radar contact 20 miles north.
There's our hold short point.
St. Petersburg field on the tap out, temperature 3008. Expect vector for the ILS home line, left approach.
Let the big guy, let the big cargo jet, well, it's not a cargo jet, I guess. Let's let the big 777 head out here first.
Heavy, center maintain 2,600.
One guy behind us.
Down to 2,600 for United Heavy.
Alright, have fun, buddy. Don't run anybody over.
American 810 radar contact, stay altitude.
Capacity 600 to 5,000.
American 810, climate maintain flight level 320.
Become a maintain 320, American 0.
1106 Heavy, you're, let's see, you're 9 miles from Bucks. Turn left heading 240, maintain 2,600 until established. ILS runway 19 left approach.
Maintain until established, clear for 19 left, United 1106 Heavy.
About 9 minutes late on departure, which isn't too bad, all things considered. We should be
Check.
before takeoff checklist, please.
Before takeoff checklist. Flaps.
5 green light.
Stabilizer trim.
5.4 units.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Might be spacing us out just a little bit here. Sometimes they'll do that on the ground, which I actually don't mind. Some people get a little impatient, but it sure beats holding. Wait a couple of minutes here on the ground and let them space us out. It's not a very long flight. Again, only about an hour and a half. And so it's not bad just to be a little bit patient.
United 1106, contact Tampa approach now on 1, let's see, he's not primed up yet, standby. There you go, it's 120.65, your landing clearance. 120.65.
65, good day. Heavy, switching to 120.65. Good day.
And Center American 1319, we're holding short 8 right, ready for departure. Don't think he probably forgot about us, but he might have. It's a busy job controlling the entire airspace.
American 1319er, RNAV 2 Sonoy, wind 110 at 12, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Sonoy, clear for takeoff 8 right, American 1319. Runway entry procedure.
Check.
Clear left.
Take your seats. Clear right.
Miami Center, American 2397. We get a runway assignment at Miami.
Ready to go.
American 2397, you can expect 8 left.
8 left for American 2397.
And we'll take every little bit of runway we can get just in case.
Left, 8 right. Expect ILS 8 right.
I'll see right for American 2397, thanks.
Takeoff.
Check.
American 206930, sequence 8 right.
Thrust set. knots.
Check.
American 2069, runway 8 right, line of tailplane. 548 right, American.
V1, take.
Rotate.
V2.
That's great.
Gear up. Flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Flaps up.
Flaps up.
Miami Center, double 2135 on the ground at Key West with the weather eye part of Atlanta.
American 1319, radar contact set altitude.
American 1319 passing 2,200.
American 1319, climate maintain, flight level 360.
360, 1319er.
Delta 2135 minus, cleared to Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International Airport via the vectors 2 course Dennis File, maintain 2000, expect flight level 38010 minutes after departure, depart frequency 35.17, squawk 4707.
Are clear to Atlanta, back to Concordia.
Oh, I was trying to get autopilot turned on in time so I could get some outside views.
Delta 2130, breathe back correct, push and started, pilot discretion advised, ready for taxi, protect approach runway 9.
Runway 9, departure, already
Yeah, that's kind of nice. Never been to South Beach. Be kind of fun, I think. You can actually tell your... hold on a second here. You can actually tell your first officer to engage LNAV and you know, all that stuff too, but I don't mind doing that a little bit.
Sir, Delta 9er 1922, requesting clearance to Atlanta.
Just call Miami Center, what the airport located at? I'm sorry, sir, you're in Miami. Foxtrot 11.
After takeoff checklist, please.
Delta 19, 22 miles per clear to Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International Airport. There's two headlands in this file. Maintain 9,000. Expect flight level 32010. Finish at departure frequency 135.
Well, here we go. This is going to be the weather.
4610, 4610.
To Hadley departure.
Go for it.
5,000 and Scorpion 4610. 1922.
1922, read decorate pushing started pilot discretion advised ready to taxi expect departure runway 8 right.
10,000.
Check.
You're right, Roger. Thank you very much.
Delta American 2069 on and Illinois wind 110 to 12
Okay.
runway 8 right clear for takeoff.
Thought you already asked me that.
Runway 8 right clear for takeoff American 2069.
Miami Center, Bonanza 16 member, how's the weather looking at Bennett together going right?
Aircraft just call Miami Center. What's your call time? Your location?
Miami Center, up Bonanza 16 November, and I'm about 10 miles south of Bennett.
Oh, November 7116 November. Yes, sir. I couldn't copy your call sign there. Yes, sir. I have get ready to hand you off here momentarily to Tampa Approach, and he'll give you your arrival instructions to the Zephyr Hills.
Bonanza 16 November, roger.
Alright, asking ye shall receive. Jacksonville just came online. That's going to ensure us ATC coverage all the way into Atlanta today, so that's pretty dang awesome. There we are.
American 2069.
We're chasing. No, we're not chasing this guy. He's only going up to Orlando.
American 2069, radar contact, climate maintain flight level 360.
Guy's taking a 777 from Miami to Orlando.
2063.
Okay. Yeah, we're hitting the bumpity bumps right now, aren't we? Should break out of it at 250. That's kind of the top of the clouds, I think, right now. Holy Moses. Almost should have maybe diverted. I don't know if we could have shot this gap here to the west, or if it would have just been wise for us to just continue out further to the east and just bypass the whole thing. That's nasty. Man, look at active sky here. Yeah, we could have went out here.
Altitude set and stay. Checked.
There it is. Is it?
Maybe that's going to be there 2168. Order 5,000 please.
There we go. I'm sorry, I just lost active sky. I think we could have went out here to the east and just avoided this altogether. But honestly, yeah, we're running into a little bit of precip. Yeah, we're just about above it.
Network, Gatwick International Airport via the South Florida departure, then as file maintain the 3000. Expect flight level 35010 minutes at departure frequency 155.17. Squawk 4703.
Prior to Gatwick Gatwick upper 4, top 3, expect 350, 10 minutes departure, flight frequency on 35.17, squawking 4703.
Freeway 2168, read that push. Start at pilot discretion. Advise ready to taxi. Expect departure runway 10 right.
Advise taxi, expect 10 right, 213.
American 20. Speedbird 2168 heavy. Departing runway 10 right.
Copy, expect 10 right.
That's not going to be comfortable for the passengers. I sent some letters, strongly written, strongly worded emails. Oh, we just had a warning light there. I wonder what's going on. Ah, one thing. This was not set. First officer missed a couple things here in the setup. All right, buddy. We don't need to talk to you until descents. Excuse me. Go ahead and mute my headset mic. And all right, we're smoothing out a little bit. I think if we can just get above these thunderheads, I think we'll be okay, at least for now.
3008 and 8 right of switch for American 2327.
Map is showing the same kind of stuff though around the Atlanta area, and so light to moderate convective stuff, so we'll expect some of the same type of turbulence on the way down.
American 2397 to set a maintain 10,000.
10,000, 2397.
Still just a bit of bumpiness. And I don't... We could ask for a vector. I would think I might do that in real world procedures. But I also don't know, because the higher we climb, the less of an issue this is. So it's kind of a, I guess, a little bit of a judgment call right now. We're going to stick with the current flight plan. hopefully we'll be able to get up and over the top of it.
To 2397, descend and maintain 8,000.
8,000, 2397. Yep. Miami Hawaii, Endeavor 3350.
Alright, we are we're getting up and over the top of it, which is good. It's also dissipating just slightly. There are a couple of menacing thunderheads right there that I'm glad we're not going through, and a little bit of stuff over there that may be topping out a little higher than where we're at, but and normally you get up 360 and you're pretty clear of everything.
Endeavor 3350, Miami City, you're clear to Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International Airport to give vectors to coordinates in the maintain 2000, take flight level 34010, departure 213.17, clock 4630.
Take 2,000 initial vector coordinate 4630 in the box, Endeavor 3315.
Endeavor 3315, read back correct, push and start at pilot discretion, advise ready to test, expect departure runway 9.
Still loving this. I don't know why.
The taxi, Endeavor 3315.
The more I use it, the better I like it.
2397, descend and maintain 3,000.
Down 3,000, 2397.
I think we have Birmingham set as, yep, that's our alternate. So if we have to, we can, that may not be the best alternate in the west though, because, yeah, let me show you. Well, that's not going to be a good look. This will be a better look. So Birmingham is, where is Birmingham? It's down here somewhere.
1,000.
Now, it's in this area, so if we can't land here, coming here is probably not the best option. Tuscaloosa, Columbus. You know, we might be smarter to divert to, man, I don't know if you'd want to go maybe up to Nashville instead. Let's see how easy it is to do that. Let's edit. What do we say, Nashville? Or Memphis, I guess. Memphis is pretty well clear of everything. And then we wouldn't have to fly up through. So let's just say that. Let's say, let's take that out and put Memphis in. And we'll add that just in case we need it. We would have to shoot kind of through here. But I don't think coming down here into Birmingham is the best option.
Miami Center, Delta 192, ready for taxi.
All right, we've reached cruise altitude, and after a somewhat glitchy start, things are working fairly smoothly. So again, welcome aboard. Happy Saturday. I hope all things are fantastic in your world. We've had a pretty good day here. Our town has a big celebration this time of year, and all kinds of stuff going on in the park and downtown. Street vendors out, all kinds of food and stuff like that. People selling things. Kind of a fun day. We went down there this morning before it got too warm out and had some fun. I think we got out of there only spending about $13, so that was pretty good. A lot of good stuff down there, but just a fun time of year. It's summertime. Things are a little bit more relaxed.
2135, runway 89er, taxi via Alpha, temperature 3004.
Weather's nice. It's good to be able to get out and enjoy it a little bit.
135.
American 2397, turn left heading 120.
Turn left heading 120 for American 2397.
American 2397, near 9 miles from Colebrook, turn left heading 120. Maintain 3000 until established to ILS runway, need right approach.
Okay, 120 until established. ILS runway, right approach, American 2397.
American 1319, contact Jacksonville Center 124.77.
124.77, American 1319er. Have a great day. That punched in? Oh, I forgot to change it. There we go. Jacksonville, good afternoon, American 1319, flight level 360.
1319, Jackson, ready.
Okay, could be 4 Charlie, thank you. 04 Charlie, I hear you loud and clear. Yeah, are you clear? 4 Charlie. I was 0587, contacted last center 125.57, so long. 125.57, thanks.
Jackson, Missouri. Good afternoon. 1727, with you at 19, going for 28. On the I-4 on Charlotte.
Frigate 1727, Jackson, Missouri. Two here, 4-1 Charlie, heavy contact 9 center,
135.17. I'll see you down by Atlanta. 135.17. That's the walk sign.
Do need to stay kind of caught up on my heading there, and you know, just trying to peek ahead a little bit. Our forecast in Atlanta hasn't changed a whole lot. The winds are still generally out of the northwest there, 210 at 11. We do have still good visibility, 10 statute miles. There's still some clouds. 3,500, 9,500, 15, 19, and 250. The thing that's improved those is went from raining to just cloudy. So that's a positive. But as we saw again on the sky vector map, that could change. That could change in a hurry. We're kind of down here still. Actually, right about passing Orlando right now. So we're right down here. All this stuff here is just kind of building, and I would assume moving generally in an easterly direction. And so I would be surprised if it didn't impact us at least a little bit. But we will wait and see. We are going to try to use our GSX to taxi us in. We're scheduled to arrive at
American 1319, direct Larry.
direct Larry for 1319er. Thanks. Alright, let's see here. There you go, Larry. Enter. Sweet. Cut the corner just a little bit. That's cool. Anyway, we are scheduled to come in here Tango 1-2. So we'll be landing, I'm assuming, like I said, on the south side of the airport, just because that's kind of tend to keep these arrivals that come from south of the airport on that southern side. So we'll be coming, it's all the way down. This is the farthest terminal. I don't know if I can show you the whole thing here, but it's the farthest terminal to the west. Yeah, probably not. Oh, there we go. So we'll be landing down here probably on 27 left. You know, probably hang a right-hand turn and taxi in like so. But we're up in this area here, and so we're going to try to get GSX to hopefully, fingers crossed, recognize where Tango 1-2 is. And what they do is they have like cones and stuff, and you see the guy up on his little ladder stand with his pylons, you know, waving you in and all that good stuff. It's kind of cool, kind of in a goofy flight simmy kind of way, but it's like, I enjoy stuff like that.
Center American 1450, we'll like to step up for a couple minutes.
Let's report back, thanks.
We will. American 1450, back with you.
1450, thanks.
Yeah, this is not typical for the Jacksonville airspace, but we're looking at like about 4 planes right now. That's all that's active, and only 1 departure from MCO, so that's a little bit crazy. Orlando executive is getting ready to have somebody take off too, but usually this is between Miami and Jacksonville. You've got some of the busiest airspaces on VATSIM, so kind of interesting to have it so quiet, kind of peaceful though, almost zen-like. That's all set to change here a little bit. We've got Charlotte Tower. Are they part of this event here today? I think maybe. You have Atlanta Live. I don't know if any of these other satellite airports are, but yeah, we're going to be. Oh, they're even staffing DeKalb Peachtree. That's cool. Got a couple guys coming in there. Awesome. 27 arrivals, 17 departures. Should be in pretty good shape here as far as being able to be sequenced. I don't see a lot of action. We're basically the only game in town as far as coming from the south right now. There is some traffic inbound up here from the northeast. Kind of the Washington area. Richmond, is that Richmond? Yeah. Richmond, Virginia. And then a few coming down here from Nashville. And yeah, so just a smattering of people here and there, but it doesn't take much to add up. It doesn't take much for that 27 to become 127, and we've seen that in the past. That's when it gets really fun. You got to be paying attention. But so far so good, well staffed as always. These guys do a really good job down here. They make it a very enjoyable experience. No ways yet. There's our top of descent, about 160 miles still, so we've got plenty of time. We do our next checklist here. Roughly about, what do they say here? Yeah, I'm trying about 150 miles away from. Oh, so that's kind of us. So let's take a peek here at what we're supposed to be doing. We actually have a little bit of a approach brief we have to get ready. So we are going to plan a flaps 30. I think this is going to be an ILS approach. That'd be my guess. Again, we haven't got any kind of clearance just yet, but we can load some things in here. We know a couple things. We know we've been cleared. Jedi 2. So let's go have a look at Jedi 2 arrival and start looking at what that's going to look like.
5 miles east of Charleston, New
So we're gonna, one thing right away, we're gonna need to be at above 240 at Lars. Oh heck, I do that all the time. Let's get down here to where we can see what's going on. Let's see if we can't get that. There we go. So 240. Well, we're not going to be able to click on both, so I'm just going to look at it really quickly here, and then you'll have an idea of where the numbers are coming from. So above 240 at Lars, we're going to be above 14,000 at, is that Death Star? Maybe Death Star. It's a whole Star Wars theme here. Then above 11,000 at Wookiee, above 10,000 at Jedi, at 8,000 at Doffy. Then coming up north here, and we'll have to see again what the approach actually is. We will anticipate 27 left, but okay, so we're checking here again. 240, above 240, that's what we have at Lars. That's good. Death Star above 14,000. Yes, that's what we said. Wookiee above 11,000. Sweet. Jedi above 10, and then Doffy at 8,000. Jedi and Wookiee, sorry, those both have speed restrictions also. 250, that's set. 250. And oh, Death Star also has a speed restriction, 280. So those all look good. Okay. We are also going to go ahead and put our fixed rings in at this time. This is recommended from a guy named Flight Deck to Sim, who has a YouTube channel, a fantastic YouTube channel. He's an actual real-world 737 pilot, and he has a bunch of videos on setup for you know, anything you need for a 737, essentially. He likes to put those markers in. He likes the 10 DME to kind of start to get flaps, you know, initiated, get your speed under control. He likes to have gear down around 7, and he likes to be fully configured, stable approach at 4. So that's, I've always just kind of used those. I don't think that's, you know, any particular rule. It's just kind of what he puts in. I think it's their company procedure, and it's worked pretty well. Okay, continuing here to look if we do take the ILS 27. Let's just toss that information up here. we do take 27 left, then what we would be needing is the following information. We'd have, alright, our approach course is going to be 275. Frequency is 108.5. We have an initial approach fix, Silva at 7,000, and our final approach fix is down here, depot at 2,800. Airport elevations 1,026. Our touchdown right at about 1,000. If we do have to go missed, climb to 1,400, then we make a left-hand climbing turn to 4,000 on the outbound 273 VOR, the Atlanta VOR, so we need to have that guy ready to go, 116.9er. We head out to Tempo, which is about 30 miles away, and we hold there or as directed by ATC. The beauty part of the PMDG is it'll all be programmed in for us already. We just have to confirm that. But in the meantime, we have ILS 27 left entered in. We are going to make it a flaps 30 approach. Excuse me. And let's just get everything set. Course is 275, so we're going to spin that down to 275. We're going to put it in both just in case we need to auto land. Okay, set once, set twice. There it is the third time. 108.5 is the frequency. 108.5. 108.5. Okay, 108.5, 108.5, and 108.5. Those are all in there, looking good, and so we can adjust off of that if we need to, but it's nice to at least have that in there. And then we did say we had some minimums here at what did we say? Decision altitude 1199. So I wonder if I can put that in there. I can put that in there here, but I doubt it's going to affect anything down here. Yeah, rats. Alright, well, now's a good time to go get some popcorn or something, because it's going to take me an hour and a half to get this altitude set. Spinning her up. And this isn't actually too bad. When I'm landing in Denver, I have to set the decision height at 5,600 or whatever. That gets gives me carpal tunnel, basically. Alright, 1199, that's set. Final approach fix altitude, we said that's depot at 2,800. And the missed approach altitude, we said we climb out to 4,000. So that's all in there. And we kind of hold off, if I understand FS to crew correctly, we kind of hold off a little bit until we get, you know, within about 50 miles or so. Then we run through the approach brief, and first officer alerts the flight attendant, and all is well in the world. You do need to be cleared, by the way, to descend via the approach before we actually run this brief. So we're anticipating a lot of things here, but really truly we need to wait and just make sure that we are cleared for the Jedi 2.
I'm just not in the mood to argue with Atlanta, so I'll just hang on to you here for a couple of minutes and I'll give you the Unicom. Okay. 237.
You are correct.
American 1450 to 718, level 310.
P310, American 1450.
American 1450, contact Miami Center 135-1170.
13517, American 1450, we'll see you.
Delta 1709, clip direct Larry. Resume on navigation. Direct Larry, on the 237, Houston line, radar service is terminated. Change your advisory frequency to crew. Good day. Good day, on the Express 237.
Jacksonville Center, good afternoon. American 1308 Heavy checking in at level 410.
American 1308, Jack Center, roger.
My dog's again upstairs enhancing the audio, as Mikey McBrien would say. Co-pilot's making suggestions. So we're going to wait, like I said, to about 50 miles before top of descent, and with any luck we'll get a clearance. Alright. With any luck we'll get a clearance that will allow us to know that we're okay to descend via the Jedi 2. But if not, we're going to go ahead. We'll start getting ready for the descent. I'll let First Officer know, and he can run through his little flow that he has to, and then we can brief the approach. And if it's, I guess if it's the wrong approach, it's the wrong approach. We'll make adjustments if they give us a different one. Things are heating up a little bit. Atlanta way, they're up to 31 arrivals now. So they picked up a few. What do we have a minute ago? 20, 27, 25, something like that. 28, I don't know. So it's trending upward. I would expect this to be fairly busy by the time it's all said and done. If you came back here, you know, it's, what is it, about 21:30 right now, Zulu. If you came back here a little closer to the end of the event, you might see that number up quite a bit.
For the full Germany, yes, we use it. You want peace or maintain? Robot. Yes, Steve, before I have you, 6 6,000 to SeaWorld. You'll have lower SeaWorld.
I think maintain 6,000, but I'll get back for lunch on it.
By the way, for the missed approach, we did say we needed to have 116-9er
Jacksonville Center, 1308 heavy.
ready to go just in case. And again, we'll put that in both just in case. Who knows what could happen.
1308 heavy.
Again, hopefully we won't need that, but just in case,
1308.
always good to be prepared.
1308, gotcha.
Roger, about...
Haven't updated my heading here in a little while.
70 miles here. We're going to need deviation. Let's go to the right to about, let's call it between 165 and 170.
1308, have your Roger. Deviation, you right of left of course are approved. When able to direct Oscar Mike November.
Okay, we'll let you know when we can do Oscar November for 1308 heavy.
Ormond Beach, Oscar Mike November, is that right? He must be fighting that same cell that we were fighting down there, kind of by Orlando. I think that's where he's calling from. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way here. If you get behind in FS to crew, it's hard to get caught up, so let's try to get a little bit ahead of the game here. Let's start setting up for the descent. This is actually when I should be plugging my information in here as well. He'll be making some... actually, I don't know how much he'll be doing to the overhead, but he'll be working his numbers, doing some checks there. You can see things coming alive.
1319, just going to maintain 340.
Down to 340, American 1319.
Jacksonville, hello, number 3350, 340. Number 3315, Jackson, Arkansas. American 01, leaving my airspace, New York Oceanic offline. Air service is terminated. Squawk 3200. Frequency change approved. Good day.
For the approach brief. Okay. The arrival routing will be via the ATC assigned star. Complying with all published speed and altitude restrictions for an ILS approach.
Bluebird 41 Charlie, heavy
Fever is 147. Final approach fixed altitude is 2800 feet. Decision altitude is 1199 feet. Approach is 4000 feet.
41 Charlie, heavy
Is
maintain
ATC
3000.
will be arriving at a gate. We'll use the APU, but please delay the start.
3000,
Taxi. Descent speeds and navigation radios are set. Airport covers have been moving. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
Not today.
Approach brief complete.
And see, I should have done that before we took off as well. There was a departure brief that you're supposed to go through that we didn't. And I don't know if that threw my first officer off a little bit in his flow. That's why we didn't have our proper pressurization to start the engines. But we got them going, and we're rolling here.
Bluebird 41 Charlie, heavy, turn left heading 210, intercept the runway 17 left localizer.
And then hit 210, look at the long side.
American 1319, contacted line center 125.62.
2562, American 1319. See ya. 2562. Alright, things are starting to get interesting here, ladies and gentlemen. Atlanta Center, good afternoon. American 1319 at 340. give us the clearance because we're supposed to be at top of descent here right shortly.
Southwest 215.
American 1319.
American 1319, center woke up, sending the Jedi to arrival.
Okay, but via the Jedi to arrival, thank you, American 1319. Alright, that's what I needed to hear, baby. So, let's spin it down to, let's see, we needed to go,
Sure about that?
alright, I gotta turn him off. Sorry about that. We need to be above 240 at Lars, so I think I'm actually going to spin it down to 10,000 here. I have a tendency to get busy, and if I don't pay attention, I end up leveling off at like 240, and then I get way behind. That's never good.
Southwest 1407, center 133.65. 133.65, Southwest 137, next
Oh, almost forgot to begin our descent. Rolled right by the top of descent here. Let's see if it catches up. Shouldn't be too far off. One of the things I should have done as well here is I should have made this, there's all these PA announcements you can make, like you can let them know when we're heading to cruise, it's coming up on top of descent, you know, if we're going to hold. I will play this one here, if I remember. I'll try to remember to play that one, but just some general announcements that you can make.
Heavy with you, flight level 320, flying direct to landing.
Center 0911, center hello, descend Jedi to arrival.
Stand by, Jedi to arrival.
Mathematic day, TDM 4612 Alpha, climbing through 12,200.
Yeah, we're having to dive down just a little bit because of that late descent. Luckily, center had lowered us down a couple thousand feet, or we might really be rocketing down. But it looks like we're going to be okay. This should be... Oh yeah, we're in good shape there.
Center, you call Delta 77.
Need to be above 240 at Lars, and we are going to be. We need to be 14,280 at Death Star, and that's Death Star coming up right there. We do have a decel marker, so we'll probably level out just a little bit to slow down. Although we won't have to slow down much. We're only 288 right now. $34 arrivals now into Hartfield. I think we're going to get in there just about the right time.
Delta 1429, Classical Avenue, and obtain 14,000 for landing west.
All kinds of aircraft. It's kind of fun to see. Lots of 737s. There's a TBM-9. There's an MD-88. There's a Cessna 182, but he's just flying some of the satellite airports. There's an Airbus. Now your typical cast of characters here.
361 15,500 feet. Airways in 361 left center, hello. Cleared to Levi, climb maintain post 300.
All right, picking up the ATIS here, the text ATIS. I'm seeing information November. It does have some hazardous weather info. And we do see some ILS approaches, precision approaches, 26 right, 27 left. So like I say, with any luck, we will be getting our ILS approach to 27 left, because that's what we've already programmed in. But we will wait and see. Descent checklist, please.
Atlanta Center, Southwest 4223, mic check. Total 4893, 5555.
VREF 147. Minimums 1199 feet. Completed.
Descent checklist complete.
Delta 1429, contact 11, 125.57. 125, that's all. Delta 1429, thanks, 8.
Atlanta Center, American 1419, climbing up to 16,000, direct left.
3419, climb maintain for 1260. 260, 419.
Alright, progressing nicely here, ladies and gentlemen, on that Jedi 2 arrival. Everything is looking pretty good. Here is a holding point. There's actually a couple holding points, so if we can make it past Death Star, we are probably, I should say, not definitely, but probably clear of any potential for holding. Although again, just looking at traffic itself, I think we're in good shape here. Here we are. We do have 33 arrivals, but these guys here I think are going to be checked. These guys here I think will be sorted out before we get there. And then I don't see anybody else that's really a factor at this point. Approach checklist, please. 3006. Set. Set and checked.
Roger, clear direct north, Delta 122.
So 1509, if you don't have that yet on your level, you'll clear direct to Jedi. From the Jedi.
And they're having a hard time hearing him for some reason.
Sorry, you keep dropping out. Could you repeat that?
Okay, so Jedi. Then we have Doffy after that, 8,000.
Clear direct Jedi, Delta.
We'll go ahead and put that in just again so we don't blow down to the 10,000 feet mark and level off and then screw the entire approach up. Actually, if I look at this, I think our initial approach altitude
Southwest 1015. Actually, I'll tell you what.
and mute that. I don't want him doing something crazy like shutting things off. Drag required. Okay, we can do that. Just toss a little bit of drag in there. So ROM, we're going to set that down to 6,000. That should be as low as we go here. Actually, I doubt we'll get that low because we're going to get vectored here probably at 7,000. But we'll have that in there just in case.
My location is 50 miles outside of Atlanta Airspace.
Just trying to stay ahead of things.
Jacksonville Center at 124.77.
That's Upper 4223. I try to get a handoff. I didn't hear a response. Jacksonville Center 124.77. He'll expect you.
Over to 24.77. Yeah, I think I must have missed it.
Here comes the turb. Hey, let's do this then. Let's,
have a good one.
I don't know what this sounds like.
18377 checking in level 16000.
Alright. Hard to hear that. I have that turned down kind of low. I don't know if you were able to hear, but it just basically said everyone needs to have their fasten their seat belts as we're expecting slight turbulence.
Okay, heading 270 Southwest 1015.
So we're going to try to decelerate here to, what is our speed? 250 at Wookiee. So hopefully we can get ourselves slowed down. I'm sure we'll level off here a little bit to help that process out, and then we can pull the speed brake back in. Into the soup we go.
Delta 1709, you're clear direct by still have her heading northbound, paying attention.
Almost feel like I missed a handoff here. We're getting awful low. I'm going to check in real fast. And Center American 1319. Did we miss a handoff to approach? I apologize.
Nope. United First 127.9er.
27.9er, see it.
Center Delta 8377 checking in level 16000.
Atlanta approach. Good afternoon, American 1319 descending 11,000 on the Jedi 2 with November.
American 1319, rescue, gas over 30, that's from 827 left, your discretion is to maintain 7,000.
Okay, we'll plan for the ILS 27 left and down to 7,000, American 1319er. I haven't heard those other guys on frequency, so that's kind of nice. They must have went somewhere else, which is helpful. One less thing to worry about. Alright, speed, don't you creep up on me. I'm only descending 10,000 here, or 1,000 a minute, so we shouldn't be getting crazy. Man, this plane can be really difficult to slow down. We'll shallow things up here, see if we can keep it at least in the neighborhood of 250.
American 1319, turn heading 360, direction of Island.
10,000.
Right, turn 360, American 1319. I actually think we'll spin this down here. We don't need to be quite so fast. I think we're, 240 is actually what we should be, but here in about 15 miles we need to be down around 203, so we'll spin that guy down to well, let's see, maybe even go lower than that. Yeah, because we're gonna need to be like 190, so we'll go ahead and get that guy down to 190. Power's basically back to idle here, so this should slowly decrease, and as you can see, we're gonna be making our approach into some fairly significant weather. It's kind of interesting. As we're rolling in, I also just got a weather alert on my phone here. We're getting some significant weather advisory where I live as well. So just ironic, I guess. Okay, I'm going to try to focus on the approach here. I'm going to turn FS to crew back on. So sit back, relax, and we'll be on the ground in Atlanta here in about the next 5 to 10 minutes. Checked.
American 1319, contact Atlanta, approach 18.35,
1835, American 1319, see it. Atlanta approach, American 1319 at 7,000.
American 1319, on approach to the detail maintain 6,000, ILS 27 left.
Down 6,000, ILS 27 left, 1319er. Flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
American 1319, turn left to the 305, intercept the 27 left localizer.
Left turn 305, 1319er. Uh-oh. .085, 1085, I have it in. Why is it not letting me intercept here? And now we're paused. That's not good either. Oh, there we go. I've got my localizer, I've got my glide slope.
Flight deck. Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is secure.
Thank you.
American 1319, 6 miles from 1, maintain 6,000 to establish on the localizer, clear the ILS runway 27 left approach.
Cleared for the ILS 27 left approach, American 1319. Hard to see with the weather. Here's what we're going to do. Turn the weather on over here. Turn the weather off on ours. We know what's in front of us here.
We're alive.
Alright, let's see if we grab it. And sure enough, and the weather really pushes my sim, and that's the major reason for the pauses. So we get on the localizer, then we will let's go ahead, arm the approach, bring the glide slope into effect here as well. And oh, we slowed down really well. Actually, we're a little slower than I wanted to be.
Glide slope alive.
We don't need to be quite down at VREF here, 20 miles away. Yeah, there's some moisture out there for sure. Kind of missing the main part of the precipitation, luckily. All right, here comes the glide slope. I shouldn't say that word because first officer is listening intently.
Approach number 6 on the SKSS7. Number 6 on Whiskey Echo around approach up row, ILS runway 27 left, maintain 7,000 present heading for now. Hello, Flight ILS 27 left present heading, 7,000 on Whiskey Echo. 1319 at depot, contact line tower 119.1, good night.
At depot over to tower 119.1, American 1319, good night. Flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
Yeah, a little traffic out here in front of us, but I think they may be coming in on parallel runways on the north side.
November 61 Whiskey Echo, turn right 10 degrees, descend and maintain 6,000.
Right turn 20 degrees, 6,000.
61 Whiskey Echo, you're broken, just confirm right 5 degrees.
I'm sorry, right 5 degrees, 305 for 1 Whiskey Echo.
There's our missed approach hold, by the way. Don't have a visual on that traffic. Should be right out here somewhere. Coming in on the other side. We don't have that big cargo or that big 777 coming at us again, do we?
November 61 Whiskey Echo, signal to run in 6,000 to establish clear for the ILS runway 27 left approach.
6,000 to establish for the ILS, 27 left approach, 1 Whiskey Echo.
Flaps 15.
Flaps 15.
Gear down.
Gear down. Cabin crew, take your seats.
Atlanta Tower, good afternoon. American 1319 on the approach, 27 left.
American 1319 Atlanta Tower, good afternoon, runway 27 left, clear to land. Traffic off 26, or traffic landing 26 right, we reported a 20-knot loss of wind shear about 2,000 feet.
Okay, clear to land 27 left. Thanks for the PIRAV 1319. Flaps 30.
Flaps 13.
Correction, clearing 675 contact.
Landing
Atlanta
checklist, please.
departure on 127.9.
Engine start switches.
Continuous.
1.9, throwing 675.
Armed.
Landing gear.
Down.
Flaps.
30, 3 green, or green light. 30, green light.
Landing checklist complete. Think rate, not stable. Ground visible. Speed brake up. Reversers normal.
Over on the
Brake disarm. 60 knots.
To the 10332 at Terran F. Fly runway, setting right, cleared for takeoff.
50 horsepower, just 50.
And we got a little bit low there on the approach, but
American 1319, welcome to Atlanta. Hold short 27 right at Tango. Did you experience wind shear?
we'll hold short 27 right at Tango, and yeah, we're heading into Tango Terminal today.
I appreciate it. And you said you did have wind shear as well?
I'm sorry, you're breaking up a little bit on that. One more time for 1319.
Check.
American 1319, no problem. Did you experience any wind shear on final?
Oh, jeez. That's negative for 1319. It was a little bit bumpy, but no wind shear.
Thank you very much.
I'm targeting Alpha 14 with you. I left 261.
I guess he was not asking if I was going to. Okay to clean up.
Check.
Let's get him busy here.
Number 6 on Whiskey Echo, just inside Nico 261.
Number 61 Whiskey Echo at London Tower, wind 2908, runway 27 left for land, and
27 left for land, north side, 6 on Whiskey Echo.
61 Whiskey Echo, roger, thanks, center 10332, contact at London departure 127.9. Center 10, contact at London departure 79.
749, Delta 3.
American 1319, cross runway 27 at Tango, joining the contact ground point 9.
Cross runway at Tango and over to ground point 9, American 1319. See ya. Don't need to follow me. We're just gonna rock and roll. Oh hell, it doesn't matter. We'll just take the southwest, even though we're an American. We can turn off the weather. Oh, we had it turned off already. We turned that off. Turn off the weather over here. Oh, he already did. And with any luck, we will see where we're supposed to go here. I may actually redo that as I get closer to Concourse Tango. We'll swing over 26 right, 27 right, I should say. Contact ground, and we'll do that again.
For 61 Whiskey Echo, welcome to Atlanta, cross 27 right at Tango. Actually, do this for me. Turn right on November, cross 27 right at November 5. And right on Mike, and
Atlanta ground, good afternoon, American 1319. We just crossed 27 right on Tango, and we're heading to Concourse Tango.
Hey there, American 1319, Atlanta ground, straight ahead, Graham.
Straight ahead, 1319, thanks. Alright, let's try this again, just make sure. Yep. Currently gate 12. Okay, cool. Well, never mind. We're going to do it. Let's see what happens. Start the APU.
Starting APU.
Fairly close to where we need to be here. And we should hopefully see some ground equipment here. If I'm looking right, Concourse Tango. Oh boy, that weather is really hurting my frames. Goodness. We are the fourth gate from the end here, but that would be non-default scenery not accounted for here, but that's where we should be shooting for. Fourth from the end here on the left-hand side. Also the fourth gate, kind of, there's this middle partition sticking out where the fourth gate passed that. Let's see if we have anything out there resembling GSX. Supposed to work at all default airports. We're going to find out.
Aircraft calling again.
November Romeo Tango Romeo, quick, North F1, ready for pushes.
November Romeo Tango Romeo, Quebec, fly on the ground. Your discretion.
Sorry, say again. Say again.
I'm not really seeing anything over there, darn it.
Delta 1429, Delta 534 North.
Alright, so
1429, 11 ground, taxi to 4 North.
1, 2, 3, 4. That should be our gate.
104 North, right to Delta 1429. And then again, November 6 on the scan, go to
Tango.
Mike, headed to the north side.
Next page, Tango 12. Oh, don't need to follow me. Come on, baby. Where are you?
Correction, should head on Dixie, short of 26 on Dixie. Yeah, go.
There we go. There's our stuff. That's what you should be seeing. Okay. That's more like it. There'll be a poor dude out there standing in the rain, kind of marshalling us in. Nice.
Delta 647, ready for taxi.
The 647 on the ground, good evening, runway 6 left, taxi by Fox Right Echo, altimeter 301.
Lights and doors.
Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check. Doors disarmed. APU on the
And
bus.
November Romeo Tango Romeo, Quebec, we're ready for
Charlie Lance, aircraft calling again.
November Romeo Tango Romeo, Quebec.
And then over Tango Romeo, Quebec, what are you asking for?
I'm ready for push and stops. Yeah.
Tango Romeo, Quebec, push and start at your discretion.
No. Stalled out a little bit ahead of him here.
Starting one.
Oh no.
And over 611, runway 26, contact tower 119.1, I'll get you across. Sorry, 26, left turn and keep 1 of you.
Alright, I think we're there, dude.
Atlanta ground, Delta 200, information, Oscar, request taxi.
I don't know what that means. And I don't know if these are...
Delta 200 heavy, Atlanta ground, runway
Well, these are so jetways, so we should be able to. May have to... Let's see if we have anything here that we can...
Confirm.
No triggerable objects. Did I...
Delta 200, runway 27 right.
Stop too soon? No, I'm there, dude. Now, me and the Sode, we haven't got along very well today, but alright, we're going to shut down. That was a fun flight in the rain. Appreciate you tagging along. If you did, if you stumble by later on, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a wonderful Saturday. We're back in the air for sure on Monday for Moncton Mondays, right about 0 Zulu, 0 hour, midnight Zulu is when we tend to fly here. We're going to be flying from Halifax down to Boston. There's a good chance we'll be up tomorrow also, since it's the weekend, it's Sunday and all that good stuff. and then after that we'll be down for a little bit. Again, you can see the details. Prayers appreciated. Got a trip to make for a little bit of a medical deal with my wife, so prayers are welcome, and thanks for that so much. But until next time, we'll see you on TCAS. Take care. God bless.